Thrilled to have with us today Ms. Nita Clark, who is the author of Mint Julep Day One, which was a great seller at Joseph Beth, probably thanks to a lot of you. And we're very pleased to have her back to talk about the sequel to Mint Julep Day One, Mint Julep Day Two. So please welcome Nita Clark.
I feel really comfortable having familiar faces out there, and I hope everyone that's in the store will have a chance to come down and check out the books, Mint Julep Day 1 and Day 2, the continuing saga of the LaPierre family, both as told to Nita Clark, of course, to Gracie Buckhalter. Everybody thinks that Gracie Buckhalter is Nita Clark, but you have to wait until the third book, Au revoir, Miss Gracie, Au revoir, to find out exactly who Miss Gracie is. Many thanks today to Joseph Beth for allowing me to have this opportunity to meet with everyone. I'm very excited. This is our hometown bookstore, so anytime a writer gets a chance to spend a few moments at Joseph Beth, they have really hit the big time in my book. I am Nita Clark, and I am the author of the Mint Julep trilogy, two of which are available here for you today and have been being carried by Joseph Books since Day 1 came out, which was 2004. The third book is now being written, and it is called Au revoir, Miss Gracie, Au revoir, and it'll put all of those little questions that you have from book 1 and book 2, or Day 1 and Day 2, all of the answers you'll find in Day 3. As many of you already know, Mint Julep is the story of the LaPierre family, and it started out where I started out in the bayous of Louisiana, and it actually ends up where I end up in Lexington, Kentucky, which I am so proud to be considered a Lexingtonian now. I even worked at Central Bank for almost 10 years. My friend Ken Roundtree is here representing the bank, and I thank you so much for coming. Also, my sisters from St. Elizabeth and Seton, I can't thank you all enough for coming and supporting me today. Makes it a lot easier to be in this wonderful bookstore. I wanted to tell you about some of the characters. The characters from Day 1 are actually in Day 2 and Day 3. It's a continuation from the very beginning, the same characters. They are listed as, the books are listed as historical humor because of the colorful characters and because of the fact that these characters are put into events in history, whether here in Kentucky or in Louisiana, some in Canada and some in New York. There's a place for everyone in Mint Julep. Some of the most important characters, Dolise, for instance, has been inspired by someone that I know and love very much. Dolise is one of the main characters of the book, and she is actually inspired by my daughter, Michelle, that will be here sometime before the afternoon is over. Jean-Pierre and all of the rest of the crazy characters have a warm place in my heart. They were probably inspired by events that happened, but I will tell you, like I tell everyone, none of these characters are based on anybody in my family. I have a cousin that lives in Kentucky, and I'd hate for him to come and slice me from ear to ear because of it.